All right, I'm like a second behind because I accidentally hit mute instead of record.
I've done that before.
Yeah, it's which button does it record? I think it's that one, and I pushed that.
Yeah, many buttons have been getting pushed lately, Walsh. And sometimes for the good, but sometimes for the bad. And one button you shouldn't push is record when you're about to start trying to groom, allegedly, a 15-year-old streamer.
Who was that? You just told me, and I don't remember.
Oh, I love it. DJ Akademiks. He's a Drake stan. Dude doesn't know the guy technically. Like, he's talked to him, I guess, over Instagram or whatever. But he doesn't know him, and he hypes him up all the time. And during all the beef and everything, he was hardcore riding for Drake despite everything. And I gotta say, man, Kendrick kind of keeps being right. He just keeps being right. He kind of keeps calling this stuff. Kendrick said these predators move in flocks. Their names got to be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. And let me tell you, man, DJ Akademiks, man, he's part of that flock, brother.
Birds of a feather.
Seriously. This kid is 15 years old, right? You haven't seen the footage. If y'all want to look it up, look it up. It's all over the place on YouTube right now. Him and a bunch of other guys are in a Discord call or a Zoom call or something, and they're in the call with this kid, this 15-year-old streamer. Noor, I think is his name. And they're talking to him, and they're telling him they're going to get him hookers and strippers and stuff. And the kid is like, whoa, bro, I'm 15. We don't need to catch a case for anyone.
Yeah, but statutory works both ways.
Right. And it starts off like that, where it's, I guess, what you could consider light statutory, light grooming. But it quickly builds up when DJ Akademiks starts talking, and he's talking about are you into boys or girls, or would you let a dude do stuff to you and stuff. It was weird, man. It got weird fast. It was already weird, but it got more weird.
Yeah, that's... How old is he?
DJ Akademiks, I think, is in his 30s. I think he's around our age. I think he's a couple years younger than us.
Yeah, that you should know better,
dude. And he's responded saying he did nothing wrong. He's saying he has nothing big to say on it overall. But it's dude, you're very clearly grooming this kid and asking him very, very personal questions. He's a child. He's 15. I don't understand how these guys can get away with this type of crap.
Because they have been, but now people are actually seeing it, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing?
He's a kid, you know what I mean? And he's got more awareness, more maturity than all of the adults that were in that call. Every single one.
That's... we need to start teaching morals and ethics and why you shouldn't be a piece of crap.
I mean, we got to teach this to adults, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's probably a worldwide thing of all right, everybody everywhere, we're going to take a few of these courses just so you understand at least the basics of how to treat other people and why.
For real, like, it'd be one thing if this was like your like close friend or whatever saying, hey man, I'm gonna get you some strippers. It still might not be good, it still might not be kosher, but I would expect a higher chance of it being okay, essentially. But this is a 15-year-old kid, like a literal fucking kid, and
A child.
like, it was recorded. Like, this bro let himself be recorded doing this crap. Like, it's wild to me.
Yeah, it's amazing the things people think are, oh yeah, that's okay, that's fine. It's like, no.
Yeah. Oh, he's okay. So he's 35. DJ Akademiks is 35 years old. He and the kid is 15. I was right on the 15. And apparently he admitted to sending the boy money, love bombing, and anything he's apparently like, that's what it's called, is love bombing. But
New term for Walsh.
it's part of grooming. But then he said that anything that he said that was like remotely sexual was just trolling. And it's like, bro, BS. Full cap. Like, there's no way. Like, you got caught. Like, there's no way. There's no. Like, this is not how, like, not all friends talk this way to each other. I bet some friends do. Don't get me wrong. We certainly don't. Like, none of us have ever thought like, oh, hey, let's like ask a 15-year-old, would they like some strippers and stuff like that. Like, what?
That actually never crossed my mind. No. I also don't know any 15-year-olds, but you know, it's because I'm late 30s. Why would I know 15-year-olds?
Exactly. Like, what are you doing hanging around a 15-year-old in a fucking like Discord or Zoom call or whatever, you know?
Like, what'd you do? Meet at the mall?
Hey.
People don't meet at the mall anymore. That's not a thing.
Oh man. It's like the new Predator spot. You know? Like, it used to be the mall, but now it's here.
The virtual mall.
Virtual mall. Oh man. Yeah. I wasn't gonna segue into this, but I guess I will now. But PirateSoftware is like still in like just steeped in controversy. You know about the WoW scandal?
I don't think I've heard that one yet.
Oh, okay. Me and Alex were talking about this last week, but he's playing on a WoW server that is a hardcore server, and he's part of like it's called OnlyFangs is the guild, and it's like a bunch of streamers and stuff, I think. But they do an instance, and he says he runs out of mana, and he runs away, and then after he's the one who like kited the enemies towards everyone, and then ran away and refused to come back and help, and got 2 of his guild members killed, and then refused to take accountability for it, and has been kicked out of the OnlyFangs guild. Just for okay, all of this could have been avoided, and everything after, if he had just taken accountability and said, my bad.
So all of this happened because he couldn't go, oops.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so...
You know, we have a term in our, friends group of like when that happens. It's called walshing it.
Yeah. And I think everyone has a term for it, but it's very close to washing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's some sort of
like
iteration.
It's like, you screwed up something simple. Walshed it. My bad.
Not bad. And you take accountability and you move on.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
But because he has refused, because his ego won't fit in the atmosphere, people started doing some digging into
No.
into him, and they found a few things. Walsh, there's a game called Outer Wilds. I don't know if you've played it.
I don't think I have.
I have not. I've watched a little bit of people playing it, though. It looks fun. I would like to do it on the channel sometime. It really makes you think. Some of these puzzles are so hard that you might or might not, while on stream, bring it up on your phone and act like you're playing a game on your phone while you're on stream, and you're actually just looking up the answer to the puzzle.
Oh no.
Yeah. PirateSoftware on stream was acting like he wasn't looking at his phone, and you can clearly see him like looking down at his phone, like off and away, and he's clearly looking stuff up. Mind you, while he's doing that, he has the gall to then look at chat and say, around here we don't look up the answers to puzzles, because where's the fun in that?
See, did he at least go like, around here we don't look up the puzzles, show his phone, and then wink?
No, that would have been good.
In a cheeky, fun manner.
Yeah, that would have been great. But no. This man's ego does not allow him to do stuff like that. He has to act like he is right all the time. Now, one of the puzzles in a game, it might be Outer Wilds, it might be something else. I don't remember what game it is, but it was like a community-wide solve. All the people playing this game, like, they all had their own like clues and everything, and were able to piece everything together and solve it. That same day, he acted like he solved it by himself, and it was one of those like, he does this.
How'd you get all the clues, bro? How'd you get all the clues?
Now there's breakdowns on YouTube if you want to look it up, everybody. I don't remember. Grappler, I think, is the big one. He's the one who's gone through the Outer Wilds stuff. And I think he's also gone through this game as well. Whichever one this might be Outer Wilds as well. But like one of the puzzles, there's no way he could have known, and he had like 4 squares to fit into something, and he was like, "Oh, it's the table leg," and there's like no way to know that. Like, just no way. Not from where he was standing. What was the other one? Oh, the other thing that came out. Do you remember EVE Online?
Yeah, that was kind of like a space MMO, right?
Yeah. I never played it. It like a corporate space MMO where you make corporations and stuff, and there's like real time and money invested in this shit.
Oh, is that the one where like people have like huge ass spaceships that cost literally $100,000 in real life money?
Pretty much, yeah. The only other one that's like similar to that is Starfield that I can think of, that where people pay real money for ships. Yeah, like people are invested in this game, and apparently they had opened up some new sector, and there was like some glitches and stuff going on in the new sector, and he was like the head of a guild and built out in this new area, and then got pissy when everybody else started building out there, because it's a free-for-all, like it is what it is. So he had his whole clan like burn everything to the ground and just like quit the game outright because he thought it was unfair. Like, this man's ego.
So he went scorched earth tactics?
So in the game, like when something like that is like destroyed, I guess you can't like rebuild in that area, like on top of it in the same way. So like you have to do like a different portion of it or something. I've never played the game. I don't know.
Yeah.
Night Shifters
we don't know.
probably make us more up to speed on that game.
Give us answers.
But his ego would not allow him to just lose. And from what I'm aware, he moved his guild at that point from a low security area to a high security area where basically it's like Noobville, essentially, like the starting town type shit.
I always love the starting towns. They're so safe and happy.
They're so safe. It's as soon as you leave that invisible wall, though, where you see all the level 60s just standing there waiting, staring at you.
I'll just stay right here.
So we've never played that game.
No, it sounds like he would not be a fun person to watch play XCOM.
No, I don't think he would be. Especially because he's like, wait a minute, I have an idea. That was like his hit. Like every time he cheated, he cheats. Like, allegedly. Allegedly. You got to say it just in case.
We don't know for sure. We just assume.
We just have ample evidence that leans heavily towards one way than the other. But his ego just won't allow him to just admit he doesn't know something. And it's really sad because there can be a lot of great moments when you lean onto others. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a feeling more of this stuff is going to keep coming out about him.
Oh, people will find more and more as they go.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed. There's so I don't know. This is like a rumor as far as I'm aware. Okay. But one other thing came out about him. Alleged. Everybody alleged. Like, I can't say for serious, but apparently he used to play Second Life. Have you heard of Second Life?
Oh, I remember hearing about it. People, like, you actually buy property and stuff, and people do whatever job, and you basically play real life and not real life.
Basically, yeah. And you can kind of be anything you want. Like, you could even be a superhero and all that. Apparently, in Second Life, he was a furry. Allegedly, a furry. And going by Moldavius Fig Tree. If Editing Derek can find the comment, someone made this comment on one of these videos that I watched. That kind of broke down the entire lore of this guy. And so it's another one of those, like, these predators move in flocks. Allegedly. Apparently he hired a young artist, underage, and would have them draw explicit material that he would pay for. That's still bad. That's still real bad. That's still not okay. Allegedly. Alleged. You gotta put that in there. But
Until there's the paper trail.
for real. But if true, what the fuck?
Like, of all the things you can do and find on the internet, you're paying someone to do that who's under morality and ethics classes for everyone.
Right?
I don't care if you're a professor. You teach the class and then you take the class under someone else.
Okay. Did I also say that his dad worked for Blizzard and so did he?
Well, that just makes sense now, doesn't it?
Do you remember the South Park episode with the guy that faces off against the boys in World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is like basically based off of his dad, I believe. I believe it's that character.
Nice.
So I don't remember the guy's real name, but he goes by Thor. Otherwise, Like he changed his name to Thor. I don't know why.
People do some weird stuff that doesn't make sense sometimes.
Oh, and the other rumor. This is so much fun. Just all the drama. All the drama, baby. He has alleged that he went through second puberty.
I don't even know what that means.
He said that guys go through second puberty. I'm going to look this up right now because I've actually been wondering about this. Because one of the rumors is that he uses a voice changer and lowers his voice. Second puberty, men. Okay, so these are searchable terms. Anything
is a searchable term, silly.
Oh, okay. So there is like changes that still happen. All right, I'll give him that. So I guess it's possible that he has gone through second puberty and he got a lower voice. So it's possible.
And it's possibly got kicked in the throat.
Just a bald eagle came in and just kicked him right in the throat.
I feel like it's less of a kick and more of a slash. If a bald eagle gets you in the throat, I think you go down.
Well, if they ball it up, wouldn't it really just be a punch at that point? If they balled up their talons?
I don't think you would.
There'd still be a nail, I think. So there'd still be a stabbing. There'd still be a puncture.
Eagle's going for the kill. Can't take that natural instinct out of him.
I would hope that at the same time as that's happening, in the background, the music from CSI kicks in and goes, "Oh yeah!"
The eagle whips off sunglasses.
Oh man! Speaking of whipping on the sunglasses, Walsh. Yeah, I remember the segue.
All right.
The Drake lawsuit against UMG for defamation. We finally got a response from UMG. So just as a reminder, Drake's lawsuit, he's suing UMG for defamation and harassment because of the song Not Like Us. Basically just proving Kendrick right, essentially. He's claiming that UMG spread the false narrative of him being a PDF. Which I don't know. There's a lot of evidence out there. There's some evidence. The whole Kylie Jenner, the Baldwin girl thing where he waited till they were 18 to start kissing on them and stuff, and the Stranger Things girl. She was like 13 when they started talking, and they would text and stuff all the time. So there's some evidence out there. There's some evidence out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, Drake had said that he fed all the information to Kendrick back then, during this beef. All the information. So it's kind of like, why are you suing UMG when you should be suing yourself? You're the one who fed the information. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's information that's out there. It's just out there. All the information's out there.
Right. Like, not only that, free speech still exists as of recording. Got to put that out there just in case.
And it's gone.
Yeah, there's a lot of that we could touch on, but
yeah, we'll just move on from that.
Yeah, let's not go there. That's a pain for talk.
It hurts.
It hurts, very much so. But UMG responded to Drake's lawsuit, and they are claiming that this is a frivolous lawsuit and illogical. They deny that they've defamed Drake because they're not the ones who made the song. They're not the ones who made the video, anything like that. They are just the entity that distributes. So, UMG also said that it would defend any artist who is the target of a frivolous lawsuit. They in the lawsuit itself. Now, I highly recommend for everyone to watch Corporate Man on YouTube. He breaks this down real well. He goes over the main details of what you need, because this is like 144 pages. But I believe a lot of it is just breaking down the 81 or 88 page lawsuit that Drake had put forward. I read that one. I just haven't had a chance to read this one yet. It's a long one. UMG has also stated that this is more of a retaliatory lawsuit. They're trying to get this one dismissed on the grounds of free speech, essentially, because Not Like Us is protected under the First Amendment for free speech. These things are allowed to be said. Just because he's a public figure does not mean these things can't be said. If you were Drake, okay, you started this beef. You've thrown some subliminal shots at your enemy, right? He returns fire and tells you, don't take this any further. And warning you, like, I have ammo, right?
That's it. I have a machine gun. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah. And you decide to up the ante by bringing his family into it and claiming he's a wife beater and that his kid doesn't belong to him and everything. And then that man then decides to call you a PDF file in all of your homies, and even show your house as the record's main picture with the PDF image lives here little dots for that webpage you can go to. Would you just move on, take the L, start making new music in a different genre? going back to what you know, the pop music.
You've now started a mariachi band.
Yo, GNX, the album, gotta stay real quick. Kendrick has mariachi in there, and bro, if you haven't heard the GNX album, highly recommend. It was probably one of the best things of 2024 besides Not Like Us. Just a great album. I listen to it almost every day. But would you do that, or B, sue the record label, not the guy who called you a PDF file, but his record label, because you can't go after him, because we've seen the ammunition this man has.
I feel like it's still gonna trigger him.
Oh yeah.
It's just a bad play.
I would choose the former. I would choose A, personally. I would take the L.
Yeah.
I would move on.
Mm-hmm.
I would start a ska band.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just act like I'd be like Machine Gun Kelly. I would just call myself Kelly. He learned real quick to leave the rap game, and
I need Derringer Kelly.
Oh God, what Drake would have to change his name too. He'd have to call himself like Mallard or some shit.
Blake.
Blake. Yes. Oh, God.
Like no. That's some other guy. Not Blake.
I don't know this Drizzy guy. I don't know this Drake guy. What are you talking about? My name's Blake. I make pop music for Christian households.
I rate K-pop music.
Oh God. No, I don't think the K-pop community would really want him to come back into there.
You can try it. They're just like, no one's home.
We don't
In Korea? Yeah, we're not home.
We're not home. We don't need this here. No, thank you.
We appreciate it. No, thank you.
Oh man, I had that same feeling of we appreciate it, but no, thank you. Seeing the former governor of Minnesota on Saturday night's main event again.
Oh yeah. the body.
Jesse Ventura, my boy. He had some better jokes this time. I'll admit, he had some better jokes, but it's like bringing your great uncle over and wondering why he's there.
You know, he's got to get out of the house sometimes.
Well, okay, you know what? That's fine. Yes, that's fine. But then why am I the one that's locked into a conversation with him for 15 minutes as he says jokes about people that nobody knows about anymore?
Because you're failing to realize the other 6 people in the other room are laughing that you got tricked into sitting there.
Any of you have to be able to relate to that. I've been stuck with family members many times where I didn't want to be there, where I'm like, why are you talking to me? I don't know any of these names.
What's our family connection again? Is it really that close to call ourselves family?
Can I just act like I'm here for food and leave? Can I just be that cousin?
I was told there'd be punch and pie.
There was no punch and pie, so I'm leaving. But Saturday night's main event, I guess 2, because it's the second one. Not bad. I wouldn't say absolutely amazing, but like middle of the road for me. I know we were talking off camera, but you watched only a little bit here and there and heard kind of your wife and brother-in-law talking about it, right?
Mm-hmm. So I was kind of getting a play-by-play from the two of them while I was doing something else. So I kind of heard what was going on. And like, oh, that guy. Oh, that guy's like, I don't even know who some of these people are. It said Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I was like, I recognize that name.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, some older names got brought up during the show. Not names that I think a lot of fans would know anymore, like newer fans especially.
Yeah.
They're going to walk in going, what is this guy talking about?
Yeah, there's a lot of newer fans that are like, oh man, Cena's like one of the very first wrestlers.
The
oh, little child.
You have no idea. Little one.
She's young to the new guys.
But the first match that we saw was Nia facing off against Rhea Ripley in the for a title shot for the Women's World Championship, and it was a pretty good match overall. How much of this match did you see?
I didn't see any of this match.
Okay. Well, it opened up with a headbutt as the introductions were being done. I'm not gonna lie to you. It actually, from the angle they gave, it looks like it connects.
That's good camera work.
Yeah. It for all I know, it might have, but the camera angle's perfect for it, and both of them sold it great. Rhea startled by it falling back, which basically was how this whole match kind of went. Was just it was like a beatdown essentially. It wasn't a lot of crazy gimmicks and stuff going on. It was just beat each other up. I've been seeing this move more and more lately, where someone goes to do a hurricanrana on Nia, and she catches them, and then goes to powerbomb them. And as she goes for the powerbomb, they counter by flipping over her and then forcing like a flip pile driver, like this crazy looking thing. It looks really cool, and I've been wondering, like, is this something that's been added to Nia's moveset of bumps she can take, so she wants to be able to take them in the ring because of how cool they fucking look, or what? But it was awesome.
I've seen that before. Like, it's impressive.
Yeah, like
that is teamwork at its best in it.
Yeah, because it's a snap move. Like, it happens real quick. For any of you who don't know what I'm talking about, if you've seen the Mexican Destroyer move, it's very similar to that. It's just done in a standing position, essentially. So, but, I mean, these two went blow for blow. The first time that Rhea tried a Riptide onto Nia was able to counter it, which was really cool to see. She was able to kind of like wiggle out and like force a headbutt, I believe. And the second time, Rhea was actually able to hit the Riptide. But, like, I keep saying this, man. Nia's getting better. She has natural heat behind her at this point. Like, any word she says, people just boo. It doesn't matter. And I think we're going to see a title on her again sooner rather than later, personally. I think this match kind of proved it with the stuff that she's able to take now.
I think it'd be a good move.
I mean, she just lost the other title to Tiffy. So,
yeah.
But there's a
Magic
reason.
Briefcase for the win.
For real. But like, there's a reason why she keeps being put into like the main portion of women's matches, and she can take a bump really well nowadays. A lot better than like a year ago. The only real other weird thing I would say that happened during this match was, and again, I think this is why they keep only having Jesse Ventura on for like a few minutes at a time and then kick him off for the rest of the show. He was criticizing Governor Abbott about how he's handled the cold weather down there in Texas, which fair game, because we've seen what's happened over the years where, like, you know, people suffer and people lose their lives, and you find out that the elites are just like in Cancun. But
Take their family on vacation right as that happens. Off.
Right. Like, but did it need to be said at to Saturday night's main event?
You know, there's a time and place, and wrestling show isn't always it for some stuff.
Like, mind you, wrestling in general has a very diverse crowd. You see people from all walks of life watch wrestling, and no one, wherever they live, whatever state they live in or whatever country they live in, should suffer during cold or like hot, like extreme conditions. I think it's okay to obviously criticize the man. I have a lot of criticisms for Governor Abbott down in Texas myself over the years. I don't know if I would have said it. I just don't know. I think because he's at that age where you just don't give a fuck anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to say what I want.
What are they going to do?
I guess true. Like, what are you going to do? Kill me? Like, I'm already almost there.
Give me worse tapioca pudding. It's fine. I don't have any taste left anyway.
Oh, this is rice pudding. I would know that if I could taste it.
Listen.
Oh my God. But then the second match, we moved on from there to Braun Breaker versus Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship belt. Pretty good match, not gonna lie. This had some pretty gnarly moments. Were you able to catch this one?
I saw like probably a minute of it.
So I always expect Braun Breaker to just be terrifying in the ring. Just go max the entire time. Sheamus, not so much normally, because he's older. He's been in the game for a long time now. And he just doesn't, he's not meant to bend in the ways that you might need to bend for when facing Braun Breaker.
Yeah, you're going to need to limber up extra.
The man can barely bend at the knees, and he's taking on a guy who will fold you literally fucking fold you. I absolutely fucking love this match though. Sheamus was awesome during it. He took quite a few fucking bumps that were crazy. He was jumping off of it was either the corner or the stairs towards Breaker, and Breaker speared him in midair, and you can just hear the thunk as the two fucking connected, dude. And then they both hit the ground real hard, dude. It was gnarly. Fucking gnarly.
It's a good way to get hurt.
There was a great moment where like Sheamus had the upper hand for a bit. He threw out like a brogue kick and everything. Went for a pin, and then okay, so this is probably where some controversy actually comes in for this match. But the refs counting it to 3, and right at 3, Braun puts his foot on the rope because they're close enough, and the ref sees it as his hand is hitting 3 count. So some are saying that technically Sheamus should have won right there. I don't know. Personally, I felt like the ref saw it the moment before his hand touched the ground myself. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, but how do you stop mid-swing?
Exactly. Like he was like right near the touch. So I got to give it to Breaker still. I think his foot was on the rope in time. I think it was seen in time. But goddamn, did Sheamus take some bumps, man. He took multiple spears throughout the night, but that one in midair, I don't care who you are, that had to fucking hurt. Like, no joke. Oh yeah. And Sheamus threw Braun over the barricade as well. That looked extremely dangerous and painful, but thankfully it didn't hurt that bad.
I hope.
And then we did get a Frankensteiner out of Breaker, and I mean I fucking love the Frankensteiner, dude. It's just like a snap fucking maneuver, and it happens so quick. At least when he's doing it. The big one though was that fucking spear, man. Like I know I keep going back to it, but seriously, if you haven't seen it, check it out, man. Like the way that connects, there's no way Sheamus didn't get the fucking wind knocked out of him. There's no way. At least for like a few seconds. Jesse was still on commentary at that time, and he was being pretty funny. This is where he did have some good jokes going in. I can't remember any of them off the top of my head. I probably should have written them down. But I do remember laughing at some of his jokes and going, dear God, like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
He just has a way of... It's his delivery, to be honest with you. He has that, like... that same delivery that you expect of him from the 80s, but just with, like, old man mixed in now. Next up, though, we got the contract signing between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes for the title match at Royal Rumble next week. It was a thing. Cody kind of standing up for himself now.
All right, so away from the show, but to the overall show. Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes are going to have a title match at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So neither of them are going to actually be in the Royal Rumble, or would Kevin Owens still be in the Royal Rumble?
No, he'll at least he didn't declare for the Rumble, because like with the storyline going so far, he believes he is the champ. Despite the fact that it was a weird setup where the ref was out of the ring as he counted it out. But ref's rules, it still stands. He didn't win. So he then took the belt, the Winged Eagle belt from Cody, and has been walking around acting like he's a champ. And everybody he's interacted with is like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, you're not the champ. Even Sami Zayn was like, brother, like, when you actually take the belt off Cody, I would be happy to face you for the belt. Like, basically saying you have no right to that belt.
That's not yours. You just took it without asking.
Yeah. And it's a weird storyline. Like, I'm okay with it, I admit. Like, it is working, but it's like it's on shaky ground, essentially, with that kind of start to me. Like, it's like Kevin is like, does he have a screw loose? Like, is he mentally ill or something? And does he need to see someone? Like, what is happening?
No, he's just a true believer in himself and what he thinks.
I mean, he's really mad at Cody for helping Roman. I can understand that personally, because you see this whole big like lead up to Cody taking the belt off of Roman, and then just to turn around and help the guy. I feel like it was a good moment for him to help him, and for them to kind of see each other eye to eye, and not like one bigger than the other, you know, overall.
That mutual respect of like, you did beat me. I recognize that.
Yeah. And I think it was a big moment for Cody to show, like, despite our past, I will still help the other wrestlers out when they need it. You know, being the quarterback, as he likes to call himself. But I get where Kevin's coming from and being angry about it. I get that. So they had Shawn Michaels out there to facilitate and make sure that the document was signed. And Kevin, you know, he got some things off his chest, and saying that he took offense to Cody saying that he takes the easy way out all the time, which there's some evidence for over the years, not gonna lie. But we did get a signature from both, and then KO started to have an argument with Shawn Michaels and started to say some shit about him, always taking Cody's side and everything, and tries to pull a stunner on him, kicks him, almost gets the stunner, gets knocked away by both Shawn and Cody, and then Shawn Michaels gets pissed and then fucking super kicks the shit out of him.
Nice.
Gets him right out of the ring, and
I saw him talking crap and walked out. That.
Yeah, dude, it was good to see Shawn Michaels like deliver that. It brought me back. It brought me back.
Thanks.
But the belts were hung above the ring for the rest of the night, because this is going to be a ladder match next week. So, I don't see KO winning this. I just don't. I have a feeling we're going to get some injuries though out of this match.
It's entirely possible, or KO wins with some sort of, oh, but that's not the type of win where you get the belt, so sorry.
Well, there's no DQs. So everything goes, basically. Cody's got a lot of pent-up anger towards KO, and I feel like we're going to see a lot of that get unleashed next Saturday, or this upcoming Saturday.
Make him sloppy.
We'll have to see. So you're saying you're going to take... All right. We're going to call it now. We're going to call it now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying KO is going to take the belt?
No.
Oh. You think it's going to be a faulty victory?
Somehow, and shenanigans and what have you, and, you know, maybe a couple squirrels get involved and take the belt and run off. Who knows?
Okay. All right. I feel like the first ladder that they go to use will get demolished, and they'll have to pull out another ladder, and R-Truth will be on it. and then he will climb up and take the belts.
That's the best ending to that story.
Mm-hmm. Then we get a new reigning champion, R-Truth, and he'll wear both belts all the time.
Yeah. You know what? Then he rides off into the sunset. and then comes right back.
Oh, God. Just comes right back. He's a new man.
Oh, we still need you.
Comes back on a unicorn.
Where'd you even get that? Unicorn store.
I named him Bubbles. But after the signing, we had Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. Did you catch any of this one?
No.
No? Okay. So this one was okay. It was okay. It had some good moments. We did get to see Fatu do a suicide dive, which was pretty crazy. And it wasn't the level of hit that that Braun did to Sheamus, but there was still like a heavy smack sound when he connected, which is pretty awesome.
It's a good amount of beef there.
What else happened? Strowman threw Fatu over the table, the announcer table, and it looked crazy as hell. This isn't quite the level, I would say, where Strowman versus Bronson Reed was with the whole like monster v monster, but it really did show off how good Fatu is on his own. This did end though in disqualification, giving it to Strowman. I believe Fatu he threw a chair into the ring, and then I think, was it the moonsaults that made him bleed? Strowman was bleeding from the mouth and nose, and I think it was the moonsaults that did it. I just remember like the camera cut after the bell rang to an angle of Strowman, and he was a bloody mess. And then it kind of became a brawl for a little bit, and everybody got to get broken up and all that. But I don't know. I think it was missing something for me. I think it needed like some more stakes behind it. I think that might have been why it didn't feel didn't have the impact. Especially because like it's a PLE and everything. Like I would expect more oomph to come from this match, and I don't feel like it hit all the notes.
Well, they can go to the locker room, watch the tape, and be like, all right, this is where we got to improve.
I think the biggest thing that came out of this match was showing that Jacob Fatu can face anyone. No, it doesn't matter how much bigger they are than him. He is still menacing, and he is still dangerous looking. Those are the same thing, basically. But you know what I mean. Finally, though, we ended this off with the main event for Saturday night's main event.
Main event at the main event.
It's a forever loop. It's like the song that never ends.
Oh, God. All right, I'm not starting.
I'm not starting either. And plus, we'll get copyright struck. We don't need that.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things.
There's all sorts of things. But the main event was Gunther versus main event Jey Uso. There's the third main event. So we had the main event for Saturday night's main event, featuring main event Jey Uso challenging the champion for the heavyweight, Gunther. There's all your main event in there. Honestly, I don't know how much of this one you caught.
Not much.
I really liked this match. I wouldn't say this was the highlight match. I think, honestly, the Braun Breaker Sheamus match was the one that stole the show for me. But this was a damn good match still. Again, Gunther, since losing to Cody, still has like a weakness around him and underestimating people, which did basically happen for a little while in this match. I think he underestimated how much is in the gas tank for Jey Uso and how serious he's willing to take things. We did get a couple of spears and a Superfly splash onto Gunther, and Gunther did try to end it with a power bomb and like a leaning over on him kind of pin, but Jey was able to get out of it. Unfortunately, Gunther's a general, and he learns from his own mistakes, despite being in more of a weakened state. And he decided, I'm going to try the power bomb again, but I'm going to do it twice now. Completely.
Two is more than one.
Two is more than one. And he caught Jey in the middle of his spear, forcing the first one, and then did it again, and then was able to pin him for the victory. Good match, and I feel like we got to see a moment after Gunther winning where Gunther has this look on his face like he is absolutely surprised by Jey Uso and what he was able to do in the match. I think the victory is hollow overall, though. I still think Gunther looks weak at the end of the day. I don't see him holding the belt for long. I have a feeling, not at the Royal Rumble, but at WrestleMania, he's probably dropping the belt.
I'd almost like to see Roman take it off of him. Like, yeah, you beat my cousin. Now I gotta put you in the ground.
I would like that. I really would like that. Because that would also set up really nicely for Cena to try and take the belt off of Roman. Start a whole rivalry that way, too.
Yeah, that would be good.
I do like that they are able to, or at least I should say with Gunther himself, he's able to play this maneuver where he has this weak look to him, but he learns in the match and overcomes over and over because he uses his mind a lot. He's got less CTE, basically, than the others. So he is still a good champion. I think the weakness angle has been played too long, and it's either take the belt off him now or you make him confident again completely.
Yeah, maybe have him take this and be like, all right, I underestimated Jey Uso. I can't do that again with anyone. I'm going to take everyone seriously and give it all and have him just become total hard ass.
Well, and especially with the promo that was done right before this match between these two, either was it Monday or Friday? I don't remember which. It was either Raw or SmackDown. It was one of the two, obviously.
It was Raw because I saw it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, where he calls Jey the mascot and everything.
And he's like, it could just as easily be Jimmy out here. I don't care.
Right.
Like, right in the feels, boy.
That promo, I had said it when I was watching it with Christina. I was like, he's underestimating Jey, and this is why he's weak, because he's underestimating people he shouldn't be underestimating. Just because Jey hasn't ever held that title does not mean that he can't take it off you.
Listen.
And this match could have completely gone for Jey. I'm not going to lie. I was really, really rooting for Jey to take the belt.
I wanted him to win.
I think it's time to put a belt on him like this. The man draws a crowd. The people love him. His entrance from the stands works every time, and it's a great entrance spot.
The crowd loves it every time.
Every time. Like, put a fucking belt on this man. Now, like, go back to this last Saturday and fix it, please.
Fix it.
But overall, though, I would have to give this a solid B. I think for overall the overall event, Saturday night's main event, not just the main event, but all encompassing Saturday night's main event.
I'm lost.
It was a good show. I think I wouldn't have put the Strowman Fatu match in there unless I put some more weight behind it. But other than that, it was a good show. Since you saw all of it from beginning to end 3 times, my own, what would you rate for the second Saturday night's main event?
You know, we're gonna go with a B+.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Because from basically fourth hand account.
Oh, you know what? I might have to match you because I forgot to say that Kevin Owens was wearing a Cody Sucks Eggs shirt. It was good.
Yep, a little bit extra for that.
There we go. Perfect. Well, if you liked today's episode, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It greatly helps out.
All those buttons.
Let us know your predictions for the Royal Rumble coming up this upcoming Saturday. I think that R-Truth is going to win every single thing.
No, you hope.
No. I used my time machine. I know.
Okay.
Who do you hope is going to win?
Hang on. When is Money in the Bank?
After Rumble.
But before WrestleMania.
Yes.
Okay. Then I want Seth or Drew to win the Royal Rumble. And they'll challenge Cody for the belt. And CM Punk will win the Money in the Bank. And at WrestleMania, whoever wins, CM Punk's going to come in, hit him in the face with the briefcase, turn it in, and pin him.
As long as there's a GTS in there, I'm game.
To both of them.
Yes.
They're both pretty much knocked out, and he does it to both of them anyway.
At the same time. He does a German double knee.
Is it?
Beautiful.
Have the ref help him, carry him around.
I love it. Let us know your predictions in the comments down below. And until then, we will see you next Monday. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Buenas noches, Night Shift.